There are 286 how and what clause questions in this video, and there are answers to each question. Turn on this video while you sleep. While sleeping, your brain will learn about English questions and answers. Feel free to watch this video to improve your English listening and speaking skills.
How are you? I am good. How are you doing? I am fine. How have you been? I've been fine. How is your mother? She is fine. How do you do? So far so good. How is everything with you? Everything is fine. How was your day today? The same as usual. How are you getting along with your wife? We are getting fine. How are the things with you? Not so bad. How is the weather today? It is cloudy and chilly. How is your business going? It's going well. How is your English coming along? My English is improving day by day. How do you go to work? I go by bus. How is your injury? Is it any better? Worse than before. How do I look now? You look good. How did your exam turn out? I failed it. How are you coming out with my pictures? They came out nicely. How did the baseball game come out? I don't know the result. How do you work this equipment? Working is simple. All you have to do is to turn on the switch. How do you like your school? I like it very much. How do you spend your evening? I spend evenings studying English. How do you spend most of your time on Sundays? Well, I guess I spend most of my time sleeping. How do many Canadians spend their holidays? They spend fishing, hanging out, and watching TV. How about a cup of coffee? It sounds great. How about going now? It's good. How do you say this in English? It is a desk. How do you say good morning in French? I have no idea. I never learned French. How do you feel now? I feel so good. How are you feeling? I don't feel well. How do you get to your place from here? I take a bus to my place. How would you like your steak? I'd like my steak medium rare. How can I reach you? Yen can reach me by phone or email. How did you succeed in succession? Because of my efforts and good fortune. How did you manage to find my place so easily? I asked a policeman for direction. How did you put the parts together? I put them together with screws. How did you get so wet? Because I didn't put up an umbrella. How does he make his living? He works for the bank. How do you prefer to travel to your office? I prefer to take a taxi. How do you want your eggs? I want them fried. How are the public schools supported in Canada? They are supported by tax paid by citizens. How should a knife that is sharp be handled? It should be handled carefully. How are the public officials selected in your country? They are selected through an examination. How do you know it's raining tomorrow? I heard the weather forecast on the radio. How do you feel when you come home from work? I feel tired and hungry. How did you say you come? I said I come by bus. How can you appreciate music if you don't understand it? In that case, I don't enjoy such a music. How would you spend it if you had a lot of money? If I had a lot of money, I'd spend it for the poor. How long are you going to stay here? I am going to stay here for an hour. How long did it take you to arrive here? It took me 30 minutes to get here. How long is it going to take for a letter to get to the U.S.? It is going to take about 10 days by airmail. How long will it take you to fix my computer? It will take 2 hours to fix your computer. How long does it take to get to your house? It takes 30 minutes to get to my house. How long will you be gone there? I will be gone there for 3 days. How long were you gone? I was gone for a year. How long does your father work every day? He works for 8 hours a day. How long did you work at the library? I worked for 10 hours. How long does this class last? It lasted about an hour and a half. How long did you live in New York? I lived in New York for 3 years. How long do you have to wait for the next class? I have to wait for 20 minutes. How long were you in the army? I was in the army for 2 years. How long have you been working here? I have been working here for 5 years. How long have you been studying English? As you know, since elementary school. How long have you been taking this magazine? I have been taking this magazine for 3 years. How long have you been asking him for favors? I have been asking him for favors long time. How long have you been married? I have been married for 14 years. How long have you lived in Canada? I have lived in Canada since I was born. How long have you been here? I have been here for an hour. How long have you been away from home? I have been away from home for 5 years. How long has it been since you have been here in Canada? It has been 3 months since I have been in Canada. How long has it been ever since you got in this company? It has been 3 years ever since I got in this company. How long do you think it will take get to Canada? I think it will take 10 hours by airplane. How long do you think it takes a jet plane to circle the globe? I think it takes 15 hours by a jet plane. How long do you think $200 will last to you? I think it will last about 2 days to me. How long was it before the helicopter arrived? It was 20 minutes. How long is it before we land at Pearson Airport? It will be an hour before we land. How long is it to your birthday? It is 1 week. How long do you think I should wait for my vacation? I guess you should wait until summer comes. How many languages do you speak? I speak 3 languages. How many hours did you sleep last night? I slept for 6 hours. How many hours a day did you use to work last year? I used to work for 8 hours a day. How many times will you visit Canada? I will visit Canada as many as I can. How many times will you take a trip all over the world? I will take a trip all over the world many times. How many passengers were on the train? There were a lot of passengers. How many are there in your family? There are 5 of us in my family. How many sisters and brothers do you have? I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. How many pictures are on the wall? There are 2 pictures on the wall. How many days are there in a year? There are 365 days in a year. How many days a week do you work? I work 5 days per week. How many people are there in Canada? There are around 38 million in Canada. How many phone calls do you have make a day? I make about 10 calls a day. How many employees do you have? I have 12 employees. How many grades are there in the elementary school? There are 5 grades in the elementary school. How many years are there in the high school? There are 4 years in the high school. How many days are there left in this month? There are 14 days left in this month. How many provinces and territories are there in Canada? There are 10 provinces and 3 territories. How many female workers work at your firm? Approximately 10 female workers work. How many people want to go to Canada? As I know, a number of people want to go. How many students come to your school? A lot of students come every day. How many divisions is your company make up of? Our company is made up of 5 divisions. How many branches is your government organized into? Our government is organized into 10 ministries. How many words is drugstore composed of? Drugstore is composed of 2 words. How many employees are promoted this year? 2 people are promoted. How much is this rug? This rug is $150. How much is $1 in euro? It is 0.84 euro. How much will it be? It will be $200. How much do I owe you altogether? You owe me $10. How much do you ask for them? They are $20. How much does gas cost? I don't know exactly. Gas may be $1 per liter. How much money do you have in your possession? I have $500 in my possession. How much time do you have at present? I have much time at this moment. How far is the bank? The bank is near here. How far at the airport from the town? It is about 50 kilometers away. How far is it to the university? The university is far from here. How far is it from Toronto to Vancouver? It is about 4,200 kilometers away. How often do you drink coffee? I drink coffee once a day. How often should you take this medicine? I should take this medicine every 4 hours. How often do you email to your parents? I don't email these days. How often do you have a checkup by your family doctor? I have a checkup once every 4 months. How often are the Olympic Games held? The Olympic Games are held every 4 years. How often are you examined by a doctor? I am examined by a doctor twice a year. How soon will you be through with your class? I will be through in 10 minutes. How soon will you be back to your company? I will be back to my company after class. How soon is B expected to be back? He is expected to be back in a minute. How old do you have to be to drive? I have to be 18 years old to drive. How old do you think she is? I think she is 20 years old. How tall are you? I am 6 feet tall. How well do you want to speak English? I want to speak English as well as I can. How late were you yesterday morning? I was 15 minutes late. How wide is Canada, do you happen to know? Canada is as wide as United States. How big is your apartment? My apartment is small. How hot is it today? It is not hot. How expensive is your jacket? It is not expensive. How high is that window? It is 40 inches in height. How come you are late? Because of the traffic jam. How come you look tired? Because I worked hard all day. How come you are not working today? Because today is my off day. How come you didn't come here Saturday? Because I was sick on Saturday. How fast had you driven before you had the accident? I had driven 100 kilometers an hour. What's your name? My name is Andrew. What's your nationality? My nationality is Canada. What's your hobby? My hobby is reading. What's the matter with you? Nothing's the matter with me. What is the trouble with the radio? It works okay. What's up? You look worried? I lost my money on my way here. What's new with you? Nothing's new. What is the big idea, you buying coffee? Because today is my payday. What is on T.B tonight? I have no idea. What is showing on T.B tonight? Because I seldom watch TV. What is your favorite pastime? My favorite pastime is watching TV. What is your favorite food? My favorite food is hamburger. What is your plan for today? I don't have a special plan for today. What is the date today? Today is June 22nd, 2021. What is the price of that election iron? It's $150. What is the bus fare in downtown? The ordinary bus fare is $3. What is the cost of going abroad? It depends on the country. What is the room rate for overnight in a hotel? It depends on the room and hotel. What is the doctor's fee in a hospital? It depends on the sickness. What is your school tuition for one semester? My school tuition is about $5,000. What is the weather like today? The weather is nice today. What will the weather be like tomorrow? The weather will be cloudy tomorrow. What is the coffee shop like? The coffee shop is a meeting place in a word. What is the starting salary? My starting salary pay is $50,000. What is the purpose of your visit here? I'm here to improve English. What is the temperature today? The temperature is 25 degrees. What is your first name and surname? My first name is Andrew and surname is Cruz. What is short for Thomas? Tom is short for Thomas. What is the easiest and best way to go home? The best and easiest way is to take a taxi. What is the name of the first-year college student? The first-year college student is freshman. What is the national game of your country? Our national game is ice hockey. What is used for transportation in modern times? Uber, taxi, subway, airplane, train and boat are used. What is the best way to cure a headache? Resting is the best way to cure a headache. What is an economical way to travel to Canada? Renting a car is an economical way. What is a good way to spend your leisure time? Watching TV is a good way. What is the difference between you and me? You are a male. I am a female. What is the advantage of living in the country? Air is fresh and surroundings are quiet. What is the average work week in Canada? The average work week is T5 days. What is the freezing point on a Fahrenheit scale? The freezing point is 32 degrees. What is the function of the skeleton? To support and protect the body. What are some good things about coffee shop? Good things are to rest and listen to music. What are the requirements for becoming an engineer? Requirements are aptitude and talent. What is the mood of the patient? Lonely and worried. What are you worrying about? I'm not worrying about anything. What are you majoring in? I'm majoring in English literature. What are you staring at so intensely? I'm not staring at anything. What are you filling out? I'm not filling out anything. What are you wearing today? I'm wearing a blue sweater. What are you trying to find? I'm not trying to find anything. What are you studying English for? My job requires English and for my future. What are you going to do with that money? I'm going to buy books with this money. What will you go to Japan for? For opening market and surveying market. What did you do yesterday? I didn't do anything special. What does it say in the newspaper? I didn't see the paper. What do you smell? I smell burning. What do you hear? I hear plane. What do you do for recreation? Watching TV and going to the movies have been my recreation. What do you like about the cold weather? Because I can go skating. What do you mean by heavy traffic? Heavy traffic means there are lots of cars. What do drugstores in most countries sell? They only sell medicine. What do you spend most of your income for? I spent for living expense. What have you got in your hand right now? I've got a pen in my hand. What is it you don't like about driving? Because there are a lot of traffics on the road. What is the biggest animal you saw? The biggest animal is an elephant. What was the first thing you wanted in the morning? The first thing I wanted was a toothbrush. Ted said, "It's time to get going." What does that mean? To get going means to start. What will you need if it gets cold? If it gets cold, I'll need warm clothes. What would you do if today were Monday? If today were Monday, I'd be at work. What time shall I come tomorrow? I want you to come by 2 o'clock. What time will this class be over? It'll be over in 5 minutes. What time will it be convenient for you to call me up? It'll be convenient any time. What time shall we meet tomorrow? Let's meet at this time of tomorrow. What time shall we take off here? Let's take off after class. What time is it now? It's 6 o'clock. What time do you have? It's 5 o'clock. What time do you finish working every day? I finish working at 6:30. What time can I drop in to see you on Sunday? You can drop in to see me before lunchtime. What time does your school begin and finish? My school begins at 9 o'clock and finishes at 5. What time do you leave the house and where do you work? I leave the house at 9 and I work for the store. What time did you get here today? I got here on time. What time did you return home last night? I returned home at about 10 p.m. What kind of climate do you have in your country? We have distinctive 4 seasons. What kind of doctor would you like to be? I'd like to be a dentist. What kind of drama are you fond of? I am fond of comedy drama. What kind of grades did you make in college? I made all straight A's. What kind of work do you do? I am a salaried worker. What kind of impression can you give me? I can give you a good impression. What kind of political parties do you take part in? I don't take part in any political parties. What hours do you work each day? I begin at 9 and finish at 5. What year were you born in? I was born in 1949. What language are you studying right now? I'm studying English now. What sort of house do you own? I own two-story house. What floor is your apartment on? My apartment is on 5th floor. What grade are you in? I'm in 3rd grade. What girl do you want to have a date with now? I want to have a date with Miss Nancy. What musical instrument do you play? I play the piano. What company did you decide work for? I decided to work for the BlackBerry company. What size is your company? My company is a medium-sized company. What bus do you take to get to the airport? I take the bus marked 100. What day is today? Today is Wednesday. What season do most people look forward to? Most people look forward to summer. What month is next month? Next month is July. What number should I dial to get the police? You should dial 911 to get the police. What part of the world do you want to go see? I want to go see all over the world. What type of program do you prefer? I prefer show program. What flight will you be on? I will be on Air Canada flight. What flight are you taking? The Air Canada will do, I think. What type of person is your superior in the office? He is the type who likes to talk. What else can you buy at the drugstore besides medicine? I can buy grocery. What tool or device do you use in your working place? I use all kinds of tools. What colors do the leaves turn in fall? The leaves turn into red color. What material is your coat made of? It is made of wool and cotton. What instrument is used to measure temperature? Thermometer is used to measure temperature. What important products are made from milk? Cheese and butter are made from milk. What tools are used to cut wood? Saw is used for cutting wood. On what days are church services held? Church services are held on Sundays. What time is the wedding ceremony? The wedding ceremony is 2 o'clock. What kind of building is in front of your company? The Apple Store is in front of our company. What store sells computers cheap? Computer wholesale companies sell them cheap. What animals go into hibernation? Frog and snake go into hibernation. What recreational facilities are available in your company? Table tennis is available. What type of entertainment are popular for the evening? Watching TV dramas are popular entertainment. What happened to you? Nothing happened to me. What will happen to Canada next year? Good thing will happen to Canada. What keeps you busy? My job keeps me busy. What's kept you late? Bus kept me late. What makes you angry? His behavior makes me angry. What brought you here? I am here to improve English. What brought him back? In order to take his umbrella with him. What do you need in order to go to Africa? Visa and money are needed to go to Africa. What appears on the first page of a newspaper? Election article appears on the first page. What seems to be wrong with your radio? Nothing seems wrong. What started you studying the piano? Because I like music very much. What started you drinking last night? Because I met a friend of mine incidentally. What accounted for the accident? Carelessness accounted for the accident. What causes rust of some tools? Humidity causes rust. What causes most of the fires? Careless people cause most of the fires. What word means about the same as comparatively? Relatively is the same. What kept you from coming yesterday? My sickness kept me from coming. What about going to the movies tonight? It sounds great. What about Mr. Jobs? He won't come here. What's eating you? I'm talking about the news. What's going on here? I'm looking for a book. What in the world do you do for a living? I'm working as a part-timer. What profession on earth are you engaging in? I'm engaging in the field of trade. What is that to you? Okay. I don't care. What if you lose money? If I lose money, I'll report to a policeman. What happens when people don't cooperate smoothly in an organization? There won't be any progress.